Everybody, let's stand up to warm up through the seat stretch. Oh, go this way. It's February. Groundhog Day. Apparently 6 more weeks. That's what I heard. Yeah. It's 30% of the time. 30% chance we get some. All right, breathe in for 4, out for 4. Ready, breathe in. And out. Out. Good. In for 4, out for 8. Ready, breathe in. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 4, out for 12. Ready, breathe in. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. In for 4, out for 16. Ready, breathe in. Out. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, out. One more. In for 4, out for 20. Breathe in. And 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. B flat major, please. Fail, 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 fail. And chords coming together. Good D major, please. All right, this is sort of, everyone turn to your neighbor and go, neener, neener, neener. Good. I want everyone to go, listen, you all want to go, neener, 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 nee, go. Neener, 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 nee. Good. Let's try that again, and I want you to do it. Look at your neighbor, go, neener, neener, neener. No, you don't believe me. Go, neener, neener, neener. Go. Neener, 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 nee, go. Neener, 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 neener. Neener, 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 nee. Neener, 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 nee. Stay ugly. Neener, 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 nee. One more. Neener, 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 nee. Good. D major again. Opposite side of the spectrum. Now beautiful. Sing through the end. Yes. Through the end. Yes. Beautiful. Two more. One more. I love to sing.
I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing.
Energy.
I love to sing.
Let it go.
I love to sing. I love to sing.
Bravo. Terry, it's a D minor chord. All right, everybody, there's 3 notes in a D minor chord. D, F, and A. I want you to pick any pitch in this chord Terry's about to play, in any octave, within reason, or maybe not within reason. And I want you to sing, and again, if you're like, I don't know what he's talking about, Terry's gonna play 3 notes, you're gonna pick one of them, and we're all gonna hum that chord. So here's D minor. Everyone hum, go. Very cool. Sing that on ooh. Great. Now I want you to pick a different note in that chord and sing. Ready? And. Now do your best to try to find whatever note you didn't sing. All right? Pick a note. Ready? And. Bravo, have a seat, please. Take a seat. Very good. And let's just open Mozart to the very first movement. 2 big goals for tonight. I want us to really work the Kyrie. So it starts to feel really secure, get it on text a little bit. But in order to get to the Kyrie, let's begin with the introitus. Let's begin with the introitus right on that first page of music there. And then I want to get into one new movement tonight as well. And of course, we'll review at the back end of rehearsal. All right, let's begin. Can we do 2 things I want you to think about here? 4 entrances at the beginning of this piece. Bass, followed by tenor, alto, soprano. It doesn't get more standard than that. Every entry is a little low in your vocal range, but every entry has to be forte and it has to be intense. All right? So find a way to sing that first note. We can sing on text. Find a way to sing go ra. And again, you might need to find some of that neener stuff to it, right? You might have to find some ugly in order to make that sort of resonate. But again, this entry should be in tune together, but it does not have to be beautiful. All right, here's the intro. 3, and yeah. Nice start, everybody. Keep it up. So 1 and go. Nice job, everybody. You're killing it. Bass, go. We're going to go on DDD. Very good job. 3, go. Sing that chord. Here are the pitches. Sing that chord. Ready to go? Going on text and key. Awesome, everybody. Wow. Good for you. Listen up. Page 8. Oh, if my watch asked me if I was doing an indoor run. And that's what happens with Mozart. I'm like, woo, good work. All right, so, listen up. That was really, I know it still feels chaotic for someone else, but I just want to say that for us, a month in, to be at that way, missing a snow rehearsal, to be that in that place with this movement, this is just, the reason we do this day one is because you're going to work every rehearsal to make this rock. And so that's actually a great place. And the things I'm most proud of for everybody, and actually I want you to keep pushing, is the entrances are really good. So you took that advice to heart. No matter if you get lost, if I'm giving you a big cue, you go, okay. And that seems silly, but that's actually, when I talk about framing a piece of music, that's what I mean. You have to have goalposts in a piece like this. If you're just going note to note to note, you'll never survive. And so I just want to commend you on that. Let's take it apart a little bit. I want to begin at the very beginning. And I would like to just hear bass and alto right at 8. Right at the top of page 8, please. Top of page 8. Just bass and alto on DDD. 3 and D. Stop there. Very good. Now, two things. Altos. Can your crease, and this goes for everybody, can our crease stay, right now, deep, those 8 notes, can they have more bounce and forward motion? Right now, they're slowing us down. They need to propel us into the 16 notes. And so in a way, you should push through the 8 notes and then relax into the 16 notes. One more time, bass and alto beginning. Bass, F, D. Very good. Now at measure 4, can I hear soprano and tenor? Soprano and tenor at measure 4. Starting with sopranos. 1 and go. Good. Sopranos, very good. Nice tone quality. This, even though this is the slow mode, it has to be in tempo. It just has to have a little more energy to it. One more time, right there. Bass, soprano, tenor. 1 and Good, thank you. Measure 10 soprano, all those long notes, you have to stay vibrant, you have to be completely in time. In a way, you're sort of like the canvas skirmish, you're sort of like the song tone in a way in this. And so you sing lots of long notes throughout this, they have to be on time and sustained. Everybody beginning, please, DVD still, DVD please. Basses 3, F, D. Good, basses. Bass, I love your singing tonight. I wonder if, again, we can sort of bounce, if the basketball can rebound on the first note. D, 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 D. Right now it's a little too late. 3, F, D. Yes. Up. stop there. Very good. And thank you, everybody, for taking what you learned in the first isolated part and applying it. I now want to look at pick up to measure 17. Sopranos, this entrance, you flip the tonal world here, right? So you start to go into the development here. And so circle your entrance at beat 3 of 16, sopranos, because it doesn't look important, but it's super important. Can I just hear soprano and bass beginning at pick up to 17? So basses, don't worry about finishing your line. Come in measure 17, okay? Here we go, sopranos. Just on DVDs, go 1 and 2. Stop it, very good, good. So sopranos, can you look at measure 27, circle measure 27? And in basses, I'm gonna work with altos and tenors, but look at measure 20 and just pray on that a little bit. While I'm working with alto, and we'll go back and work it if we have to, but I always work with alto and tenor. Alto and tenor, there's no good place to begin with you, so I'm just gonna pick a random one. Alto and tenor, go with me to measure 17. You have to listen very closely because we're starting at a very specific spot. And I want us to start on the and of 3 in measure 17. So tenors, you're going ele, altos, you're starting on chiede. Does that everyone see it? You start at the same time. Okay, does that make sense? All right, and we're on DDD. 1 and 2 and 3. All right, let's do that again. Because what happens there? What thing happens that's always disconcerting to altos? Yeah, they go above you, altos. All right, here we go. Don't be disconcerted. All right, one more time. And tenors, don't be freaked out either. Same place. And then we'll go on. 1 and 2 and. Tenor. Keep going. Very good, very good, very good. So Tiffany, we'll work. No, it's listen up. It's very tricky. You're doing a great job. Listen, one thing to think about is in this. I think in this section, this development section here, look at the times you're in unison together. Those can be great anchors, and there's several of them. Circle them as you go. Let's begin where it just gets funky-unky. Can we start at? And actually, it's a good moment. Let's all begin at 27. Just altos and tenors, because you're beginning on a unison E flat. So circle that. If you get lost, that's a good moment for us, everyone, to sort of start on an E flat. Here we go. Everybody, those two parts. D, D, D. 3 and go. Good. So good. Thank you. Good. Altos alone, measure 28. Altos alone, measure 28. Doing great. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Yeah, do that again. Yeah. And so, for example, what's going to help you is zone is on the downbeat. So if you have to write in ticky marks, don't have shame. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know where the downbeats are. One more time, 28 altos alone. Then we'll put it with them. 3 and D. Good, stop there, very good. Tenors, let's all begin again at 27, those two parts. 27, those two parts. On E flat. 3 and go. 1, 2. Circle that. Good, stop there, good. And then alto, circle that entrance, because that's bringing back the theme, it's a recapitulation. All right, everybody's back in the pool, and there's no good place to start, so everyone go with me to pick up the 17. And when I say no good place to start, it's important we mark these moments though, because I think in a big movement like this with a lot of fast notes, it's hard to know where the sections are, and everything becomes a blur. And so 17 is a breaking point for everybody. So for example, pick up the 17. The sopranos start with the theme in this new key area. Altos, you're finishing a phrase. Tenors, you're actually finishing a phrase too until you come in on ele. Basses, you come in with the second subject. So, let's begin. Pick up the 17. Altos, tenors, and basses, don't worry about coming in until and of 3. But we'll do the pickup with the sopranos. Here we go. Sopranos, ready? Everyone's on DDD. 1 and 2. Everyone. Good, stop it. Very good. Very nice. Good. Very good. Thank you, everybody. You got it. All right, so I only want to spend a few more minutes on this, so we can work all night, but we'll exhaust our brains and we'll get frustrated, but you're doing great. So listen, star measure, again, we're putting some anchors down. Star measure 33 to 34, right? We talked about this last week. We get this cool little stretto moment, right? Starting with the basses, right? Sopranos, you have a little random counter melody. But starting with the basses, we start layering in these crease states. Da da dee da dee da da da, tenor, dun dun da dee da 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 dee da dee da dee. Can we begin, just for the sake of rehearsal and learning this music, pick up the 34, but I only want folks to sing. I want to start with basses, sopranos, leave out your counter melody for now. But I want everyone to sing as we enter in these crease states. That makes sense? Starting with the basses. Here, basses begin. 1 on D, 1 and 2 and go. 1, Good. Let's do that again. Thank you. Stop. Let's do that again. Very good. Do that again, please. Same exercise. Basic start. 1 and 2 and. Stop there. Oh, nice. Look at measure 43. Can everyone circle measure 43? This is an amazing cadence point. It's the last big stop. Kind of, you hear things start to resolve for like a half note, literally for like for an eighth note. For 1 second, everything resolves, and then we go off into a new theme. But it's important we sort of acknowledge that and jump off from it. I just want to do that whole thing again. Sopranos, you can sing your counter melody too. Let's again pick up the 34. Sopranos, you can sing your counter melody. Basses, D, 1 and 2 and. And up. Basses. Soprano. Up. Soprano. Basses. Yep. Tense. And. Turn the page. 1, 2, 3. 3 and. Very good, very nice, everybody. Good. We'll come back to DSC today, but very, very good work. Can we go to a new movement? Let's go to page 24. Page 24, please. Rex Tremende. I have a lot of affection for this movement. I was telling Terry before. I did a lot of weird majors in college, and I somehow ended up in an orchestration class. And orchestration, for those of you who don't know, is the art of taking a piece of music and then setting it for another ensemble of instruments. And our orchestration final was that we, or us plus a partner, depending on the size of the movement, had to reorchestrate a movement for Mozart's Requiem. And mine was the Rex Tremende. I think, but here's the problem. You had to reorchestrate it for whatever everyone in the class played. So you had like a xylophonist, a piccolo player, a violinist, you had just like this amalgamation of instruments, and it was a very cool project. I tried to find it like on an old computer, and I could not find it. So if we could ever find the Max Nolan junior year of college orchestration of this, I know that'd be a lot of fun. But I actually love this movement for a lot of reasons. So real quick, you sang a lot, so I'll talk to you for 2 seconds. Remember, we talked about this piece being Mozart really trying to write a Baroque piece of music. He had been absolutely enmeshed in the music of Handel and Bach. And again, Handel and Bach wasn't really part of his childhood per se, especially the choral works. And so he found this sort of as a young man. And so this music was extremely, extremely new to him, and he was super enticed by it. And so, in a way, you can look at the 7 movements at the front of the Mozart Requiem, the ones that Mozart framed in the most music or composed fully before he passed away, as like it really is sort of a journey through Baroque style. And what does that mean? The Baroque era really loved to put musical themes, rhythms, ideas with symbolism. It was deeply symbolic, a lot of this music. And so here in Rex Tremende, he's written what is like a French overture. So the French overture was an overture written for the French. And it typically was meant to evoke some form of royalty. So the most famous French overture in style that you know is the beginning of Messiah. Bum, da-da, na-dee, ba-da-da, ba-ba. Right? It's this sort of, it's noted by these dotted rhythms, right? But sometimes called inégal. These uneven eighths were characteristic of the French Baroque. Handel wrote a ton of music in this style. And so this is the French Baroque movement of the piece. And what is the text? Rex, which is king, right? So this is like, Mozart is 100% writing the king walking in movement here, but of course the king here being God, king of heaven. And so we have these incredible, before we read it, I want us to sort of know how we're going to sing these Rexes. So if you can roll your R, go ahead. This is a great chance to do it. But real quick, this movement is also very much sort of in 8, meaning that it's slower than 8. So it's bum, bum, dum, da-dee, da-da. And what that means is these quarter notes are long. So can everyone just go, Rex, go. Rex. So you feel there's really sort of 2 8-note beats in there that you need to feel, and then the X comes right on the downbeat of beat 4. Do that again for me. 1, 2. Rex. Yeah, one more time. Be more accurate, please. Ready, and. Rex. Yeah, make the X crisper. 1, 2.
Rex.
Good. Now can you speak starting, there's no pitches yet, but I'm going to give you 2 eighth notes, 1, and I want you to speak your rhythm at your entrance. Ready? Ready, and 1, go.
Rex.
Da-da, da-dee, and 1, and.
Rex.
Body, gadu, body, bapu.
Rex.
Body, gadu, body, batu. Then, everyone say, listen to me do it once. Rex tremende majestatis. 1, go. Rex
tremende majestatis.
Good. So one thing in general in this movement you're going to need to be wary of, everybody, is that and my rule of thumb is when an eighth note is just written as a straight eighth note without a dot, sing it straight. Statis. Not every recording does that, but I like it. When it's dotted, when it's anything dotted, then you can sort of do a it's almost like it's swung, right? Rex tremende majestatis. Good. Can we now try, without the accompaniment yet, can we try singing our first couple entrances? Here we go. Here are the pitches for Rex. 1, good. So that R, that was so exciting. That R, it's so fun to sing. That R, if it's rolled or not, has to come before the beat. So it's 1, Rex. Right? Here we go. Again, please. 1,
Rex.
Da-dee, 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 da. 1, good. So the note changes bases, right? Rex. It's very exciting when you do it. All right. Get up, make that jump. One more time. We'll start on the first Rex. And 1, 2.
Rex.
2, 4, and 1. You got up there, bases. And 1. Good. Before we move on, I really want us to nail these are like 3 of the most unmistakable chords ever in this piece, so I'm going to write. Can we just hear bass and soprano beginning? Bass and soprano. And 1, and 4, and 1, basses alone. Basses, key, sit tall. And can you go Rex? 1, go. Yeah, and I don't care how much volume, energy it takes to go there. The music demands it. One more time. First Rex, the first Rex. 1, 4, and 1, Rex. Oh, it's so exciting. 4, and 1, Da, D, and stop there. Good. Now can I hear alto and tenor, please? Alto and tenor. And 1, and 4, and 1, oh, tenors, that's awesome. 4, and 1, I love it. Is that cool? Okay, now everybody. Oh, so good. All right, everybody now. I love this movie. Here we go. And 1, 4, and 1, 1, and 4, sight, read on. Rex. Good. Everybody, good thing. Oh, it's coming. I'm gonna let you read it. I promise, after we frame in these first 6 measures, I'm gonna let you sight read the whole thing, beginning and end once. Because I know those of you who know it are like, I want to go on. It's such a tryout. Can we, but there's a couple core things I want to get right. So can we start at measure 6, please? And I want everyone just to read this again, please. 6. 3, and 4, and 1. Good. Let's read the whole thing from the beginning with a little accompaniment. Beginning. 3, and 4, and. King of Heaven. 1, up. Oh, I love it. Basses. I love it. So tense. Literally means save me. Piano sopranos. Oh no, stop. Stop. You guys are reading so well. But that is a dotted quarter note. Yeah, it's longer than you think. 3 whole 8 notes. All right, right on 20. Beautiful sound of 20, everybody. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And it ends like that. Gosh, I love it. All right, let's learn it a little more. Can we go back to, let's see, we're time check. All right, good. Let's all go back to 8, where the parties, pick sort of measure 7, actually. Page 24, measure 7, where the party starts to happen. So what do we have here? We have 2 separate scenes, right? So we have 2 duets, and then you guys flip. So sopranos and altos have a duet, tenors and basses have a duet, with 1 theme of music each. And then at measure 12, you guys swap parts. Tenors and basses do it. Now, so let's see if we can save ourselves some time and double our efforts. So let's begin with tenors sing with sopranos, and basses sing with altos, starting on beat 2 of measure 7. Does that make sense? We're just saving time, okay? It's not exactly the same pitches, but it's the same intervallic stuff, same duets. So basses and altos starting at beat 2 of 7, tenors and sopranos, you come in on beat 4. All right, here we go. But you can just play the alto and sopranos. Yes, I'm just having the basses sing the altos. All right, here we go. And 1 and. It's very satisfying. We're not caring about that now. So, can everyone give me a D? Right? So it's not exact 16th notes. Again, it's this French Baroque concept called inégal, where just like our modern jazz performers would look at notated rhythm and swing it or play differently than it looks, the French did the same thing with this rhythm. So again, it's just sort of like, you're just not singing it as exactly. Think of it as swinging it almost. One more time, do that same exercise, altos and basses on the alto part, and soprano and tenor on the soprano. And starting with altos and basses. 1, go! No, now let's flip it. So now we're at measure 7, and we're looking at the tenor and bass parts. Sopranos, you'll sing the tenor part with the tenors. Altos, you'll have to read some bass clef. How exciting is that? And you'll sing with the basses. Okay. Now this theme is different. So the text at Qui Salvados is who is worthy of salvation. It's a question. So it's much more ponderous. Qui Salvados, and it's slower, right? Salvas gratis. Right, slower. All right, let's start with the tenor part there. 1 and 2 and qui tempted to keep singing, it's that well written. That's how you know this is a great movement. You're like, I just want to keep going. All right, but let's work that again. Same exercise, please. Starting with the tenors and sopranos. B3, 7. 1 and 2 and. Queen up. Stop. All right, now, give you all your wish. Now, let's start at measure 7. Everyone on their own part. I say TB, everyone on their own part. Starting with altos on beat 2. And altos, you big, big, beefy sounds here. 1 and. Come on. You are so good. You know that's a half step, F to E natural, okay? It's a big old accidental telling you to sing a half step, okay? Then you can do this. All right, let's do it the first time. Start at B2 of 7 again. B2 of 7, please. Same thing. And can you bring out your individual part more? Can everyone kind of fight for the limelight here? I think what I love about this section is I think that the parts obviously meld together in harmony because it's beautifully written music. But I think you have to fight each other. I think that's sort of kind of the excitement here. All right, here we go. And 1 and Very good. Way to apply information. Very good, everybody. Can I hear tenors and basses alone on their own parts, starting at measure B2 of measure 12? B2 measure 12, bass and tenors on their own. 1 and Very nice. Can I now hear soprano and alto at B3 of measure 12? Yes, B3 measure 12, starting with sopranos. 1 and 2 and. Yeah, but soprano. Let's sing music. Who is worthy of mercy? Who? What a big question. It's not queen. Right, it just has to have, right from the first note, it has to be something. Again, B3, please. 1 and 2 and. Now, I think that queen. There's a sound there, right? So can that have emotion in it? Queen. Just say quickly. 1 and 2. Queen. Yeah, we're not going to get a little more center here. 1 and 2 and. Yeah, I love it. Again, go on this time. Very good soprano. 1 and 2 and. Nice. Everybody now, sopranos, that was beautiful. Starting with tenors, B2. B2 of measure 12, please. B2 of measure 12 tenors. And 1. Good. Sopranos, where are you going to get your A from? The tenor's singing A before you, just down on it. And if you right now want to hum with them, that's fine with me. And just come in, but we gotta learn it. Here we go. Good job, sopranos. Tenors to begin. 1 and and 3. I hope it's me. Very nice job on that movement, everybody. Let's jump around a little bit, do some review. Can we start with the ostias, these that we did last week? I just want to review that. Anyone catches the page, you let me know. Nice, 51, A+. A+, whoever has their score tab, not me. All right, here we go. I envy your level of organization. 51. All right, remember, now we're in a different place. So now we are high classical. So if the Rex Tremende in this piece was like hits from the 70s, right? This is songs of today, right? So the Ostias is a totally different style, right? I think this is, Zusmeyer writes this is as classical as it gets. All right, here we go, beginning. Just do your best to remember. 1, 2. 1, 2. Bravo. 2 things before a general thing, but very good memory, everybody. We'll just do it again. Pick up the 35, though. Come on, we're missing a movement. We have a measure of forte, then suddenly piano. Can we rehearse that, please? 2 sushi pay. Bottom of 52. Pick up the all parts. We start forte. 1 and 2. 2. Sushi pay. Yeah. So you don't. Shh. I stopped you. You don't change pitches, except you just change dynamic, okay? Let's try that again, please. 1 and 2. 2. Good, then we're forte, good. At the beginning of this movement, I wish you would let the world pass you by on this movement a little bit. I wish you would start to think in terms of phrases, not in terms of measures. So yes, it's andante, right? And yes, it's definitely in 3/4. It's not in 1. But it has to have a sense of almost that sort of feeling of one being danced like, right now it's and I get it, we're still learning notes. But this time through, can we run it again and can it just have much more flow? Can you just not, and again, where does that happen? All of our pickups. So for example, everyone look at pickup to 12. 1 and 2, 2, right? Beat 1's the most important beat. Make it the most important beat. Beginning. 1. Yeah. Good. I want everyone, we're going to sing this once on D, 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 and I want you to pulse the 8th note. So you're going to sing D, 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 D. It's going to sound like a jackhammer in here, but that's on purpose. All right, here we go. Here's the intro again. When you come in, you're on D, 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 and you're pulsing an 8th note. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, and. Soprano! Go, yeah, soprano, even on those long notes, is where it's most important. Don't give up on me there. Everyone, now, at the beginning, put it back on text, but I need you to feel that 8th note in your beat. Here we go, beginning again, just the intro. 1 and 2 and 3. Bravo, very good. Can we now go to, very quickly, the lacrimosa, please? Lacrimosa, we're going to work our way backwards. Lacrimosa, please. Measure page 40. Page 40. All right, you're gonna hate me. We're gonna do the same exercise. So we're gonna be on DDD at your first entrance, and you're gonna pulse the 8th note. Give me an A. Right? Everyone's pulsing an 8th note. Right on your first vocal entrance, please. All together. 1, 2, 3, ready, and up. 1. Yeah, so already. Right? That second 8th note on the high jump soprano is late. Right? It is an exercise, but part of it is, before we could add some expressivo in there, we have to have things completely together. Again, beginning a little slow. 1, 2, 3, ready, and up. out there. Very good. So listen, very nice job, everybody. I don't make you do silly things for my own pleasure. I have, at this point in my career, run enough choral rehearsals. I don't need to do it. It was funny the first 14 times. And now I do it because it gets us better. So when I ask you to do a ridiculous thing, I need everybody to do it. And I need everyone to come to it. Because you know what? We could tomorrow stand up and sing the La Rehearsal, and everyone would listen, and they would go, yay! But we know what we are capable of. Maybe you don't, I certainly do. And what we need to do is take it to another level, right? And so the way to get there is through exercise, right? And the singing and working in a choral setting is no different than any other team sport. You got to run some drills in order to learn the fundamentals. You can't just show up and play the game, right? And so the reason we do stuff like pulsing is because for all musicians, especially amateur ones, and I say that's a loving thing I say, is 9/8 and these mixed meters are hard because you're not used to feeling pulses of 3. And so when we pulse 3, it is so that we can learn what that is, right? I do it on my own. I'm a pretty darn good musician, but if I'm sight reading something, I'm doing this, right? And so again, you guys are amazing. You do anything I ask you to. I love you, but I promise you, I don't do this just to kill time, right? I do this because I think it gets us there. All right, beginning now on text, but we're feeling the pulse. Right on the first entrance, Terry, you can play. Beat and ready and yes. That's why we did it. Feel it. Feel it. Forte. Yes. Bases. Yes. Feel the pulse. Keep going. That's amazing. Feel those threes. Bases. One, two. It's important here. Go. And friends, that is why we rehearse. That's why we do that. Suddenly, we go from a piece where we're going note to note, and suddenly you feel it. The room feels it. And so, thank you for that. Incredible. All right, let's go back a movement while we keep reviewing. Confutatis. All right, I gave you some slightly. There's not very much in this piece that's soft. So let's go to page 35, please. 35. Confutati, all right, let's just run it, see where it's at, and we can fix things. All right, bases ready? Here we go. 3 and 4 and 1. Soft. Yes, tenor. Bravo. Bravo. And we'll go back to that. Soprano. Beautiful soprano. Very nice. Thank you, thank you. Very good, everybody. Real quick, let's do 34, and then I want a couple things I want to read. 34, 34. Just try reading again. 3 and bass. Now step. Good, yeah. So yeah, altos, you're a unison with sopranos there. That freaked you out the first time. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. All right, we have to start getting this independent because this movement is a duet between orchestra and choir. So the orchestra, Terry, can you just play a little bit of the accompaniment at the beginning? 3, 4. Right? All right, so that's that, right? So that is amazing, right? I'll just give a hand for Terry. We don't appreciate it. So tenors and basses, you need to be, he doubles your part in his right hand, thankfully, but those two things are at odds with each other. So it can't be slow, it can't be sluggish. Can we just hear that with accompaniment at the beginning? Tenors and basses? And Terry, you play come. 3 and 4 and 1. I love your tone. I love the tone it focuses your singing, but your dotted notes are a little lazy. Confutatis, your foo's too long, and then the T is all, the ta is always like confutatis. One more time. 3 and 4 and 1. We want the city fight. There should be spit everywhere. I love you guys. Get it in. Soprano It sounded like we were tuning a guitar string. Do it. Very good. I'm going to have tenor bass, you don't have to sing. I'm going to have Terry start playing at 16, and then sopranos and altos, I want you to come in on both. Here we go, here's 16. 3 and 4. Good stuff, very good. Good. Couple things. This section, keep me a seat. It's not texting, it's almost frozen. It just sort of spins out. And then sopranos, you have to really work on the intonation. It's on F, regular passaggio is difficult, but pick up to 21, that F natural has to be really in tune, because then we have this amazing tritone moment against the sopranos, right? But we have, and again, if we don't have a good F natural, that doesn't really lock. Can we start, same place, 16. 16. You got one more time. You got too fun. Here we go, 63. And. Stop on that movement. Very good, everybody. Turn to the Dies Irae. I want to work one thing in Dies Irae, and then we'll do some announcements, Sharon, and then we'll run Dies Irae as our last movement. Can we skip to the end of the Dies Irae? So let's go page 18. Page 18, measure, pick up to 41. This needs to rock more. And I know we're still in learning mode, but this movie needs to get to like check done moment tonight. Right? Can we sing this on DDD once, starting with the basses, beat 3 of 40. And 1, 2. Good, stop. Good. Thank you. Before we go on. Basses, can you short the second eighth note on that tremolo? More jaws. Right? And then everybody else. The same gesture. Basses, right there. 1, 2. Yes. Good, stop, good. So thank you, and then you all, bravo choir, 51, you all did the same thing. Way to learn, way to apply knowledge. But look at, so I think we have this herky-jerky stuff through 40 through 51, or 52 really, and then can everyone just like write, stand tall, at quando judex es venturus, and what I love about it, it's sort of like a gut check moment. Right? And suddenly it's like the fear is gone, it's just like bang, right? We are talking about judging, right? So we go from tremble, 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 and quando judex es venturus. We will strictly look at who, and I know no one's judgmental in here, but what I'll say is, this is just that, right? It's in your face, it's drama. All right, can we sing that on text now, starting with basses at 40? Cantus tremores motors. Here we go, basses. Pick up to 41. Here we go, basses. 1, 2. Cantus tremores Okay, good. One more thing, and then now we're ready. When you get the Punta Strite, I'm not a big like diction crazy person, and because sometimes I think people really overdo it, they lose artistry. So you'll be singing the softest piece of all time, and someone will be like German record, will say, I'm like, ugh, that's not musical. I want you to think of the person you've been in choir with in your life who's had the most obnoxious diction. I want you to think of that person. And I want you to pretend to be them when we get, not the whole movement, but when we get the Punta Strite. Punta Strite, Punta Strite. I mean, it's almost like it's opera. It's full opera. Can we start at 57? 57. Punta. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. And yes, you see how that just becomes, oh, share an announcement. So rest your voice for the next 5 minutes and then give it your all at the end. Real quick, as Sharon's coming up, she'll talk next week. We do an early rehearsal for the Super Bowl.
3 p.m.
Yeah, so she'll get to that. So 3 p.m. rehearsal due to the Super Bowl. And so come out rehearsal, we'll get some work done on that. The other thing we didn't get to tonight that you saw is we will start to work on music for the choral festival. Our 2 solo pieces will be the Cantera Changin and Shosholoza. And so again, if you weren't with us first semester, we have copies of those around. And so Sharon, get you, and we'll have those for you. You'll learn quickly with the group because there's a lot of knowledge in this room. And now that, but if you did sing with us last semester, please bring that music each week. Tuck it in your Mozart. I promise next week we'll at least do like little run-throughs of that. I wanted to get through a bunch of stuff tonight, but that's what I got.
Sounds good. So you covered lots of great stuff. So I'm going to give the rest of my time to Sue Green, our vice president, to talk about the choir festival, which is coming up in a month. I will also do a plug that she was our development officer and had interest in running this festival, so she has taken that on. She's also my vice president this year, so she's double up on duties. So if what you hear about the choir festival is something that is of interest and you would enjoy getting more involved, there is a planning committee, and she is looking specifically for a co-lead for this, maybe someone who could take it in the future. So I offer that, maybe have ears open to that opportunity while she talks. So Sue, come on up. Let's give her a round of applause.
Real quickly, for those of you that are maybe new to us, or those of you who've been with us a while, why we have this choir festival. This year will be our 11th. Traditionally, it started out, it was performed on the Sunday before Martin Luther King Day, but due to the timing of holiday concerts and everything, it's really hard to get choral groups to come off of the holiday season and straight into another concert. So we're doing it the first Sunday in March, which is 4 weeks from tonight. Call time's going to be 3, the concert's at 4. And the fun thing about this, it's not just us. We've got choirs from around the county. Smaller than we've been in the past. We should have about 4 or 5 groups, and they each perform a song or 2. And Max has some songs for all sing, so we get the audience to sing. We've already sent invitations out to local churches, board of supervisors, town council, etc., to get our audience larger this year. And what we need, we also need volunteers, as always. Hospitality needs set up, breakdown, and we also will have a team of ushers. We expect a bigger crowd, so we would like to help seat people so they're not afraid to sit right next to their neighbor. We can scooch in and get everybody in here. Also, we will have ushers collect the offering. We traditionally have picked 1 or 2 local charities to donate to. This year, we are donating everything to Local Lab. Besides ushers and hospitality, we would like to have some group greeters who would welcome the other choirs that come, help show them around, maybe take them to the music room if they want to warm up. So if you're interested in volunteering, or if you're interested in taking this on in the future, please contact me. Share that by email.
All right, thank you. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. All right, stand up. Let's go. Energy. Let's finish strong. Dig deep. Let's go for it. All right. You've done a lot of singing. I will say, with a piece like Mozart Requiem, go for it. Dia Siete. Where we been? That's what I said. All right, here we go. So, page 14. And so, real quick, remember, as we go into this, like, this is a piece that's really tricky to rehearse, right? It's unrelenting. It is in your face. A lot of stuff loud and intense, right? And so, it's super important that we use every rep in rehearsal so we don't kill ourselves, right? So we don't go too crazy on our voice. Every rep. And so, what I want you to focus on this final run through tonight is, I want brain first, voice second. Brain first, voice second. Now, that doesn't mean you sing timidly, but it means that you're looking ahead, you're remembering, and you're working to get as many details as you can. All right, here we go. Right on. Nice and fast. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Before we end tonight, listen. One more thing. So good, everybody. Can we go back to 31 to the end? 31 to the end. I want you to be less inhibited. I want you to explore everything your voice is capable of. I want you to be afraid not of singing wrong notes, not of coming at the wrong time. I want you to be afraid of not being expressive. Expressive. This is, remember we talked about every movement of this piece is a different genre. This is opera chorus. Opera chorus. Character, feeling, fear. It has to be. Here we go, right on 31. You got this, you're killing it, guys. Come on, I'm pushing you hard, you're great. 1, 2, 3. Have a great week. Bye. Great work, everybody. Very good rehearsal. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I think so.